So I am Dr. Larrier, and I'm going to share the screen. We're talking about the Connect and Empower, grant or program that I'm trying to, with my organization, trying to get started here in South Bend at the school. Why is this thing not from beginning? All right. So what is it? So GCSCORED. And GCSCORED stands for the Global Center for Systemic Change, Outcomes Research, Evaluation, and Development. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. You can get information on who we are online. But we've been in operation for 10 years, since 2013. And we do a lot of work surrounding mental health education, social emotional education, and wellness. We do a lot around culturally conscious, inclusive, and responsive mental health education and practice and relationship cultivation strategies. So that's a quick summary of who GCSCORED is. Um, and so we were able to get this grant from um, South Bend Alive, South Bend, the city of South Bend, and their Alive program. I think I'm saying it correct, yes. And the grant is aimed at reducing youth violence and preventing incarceration. It also focuses on encouraging youth to play positive roles in society. And it utilizes a unique approach that combines research with practical application, and it offers mentorship and employability training. And so the grant we submitted was very closely aligned with the South Bend Alive grant criteria. Hence the reason we were able to get the grant, become a grantee. And so what we want to do is train young people from 8th grade to 12th grade to become peer mentors. Our program is entitled Connect and Empower, Peer-to-Peer Social Emotional Education, Empowerment and Wellness Mentoring Program, or P2P. So there's a quote that I have, and this kind of undergirds, or what's the word? Another word. It kind of is the foundation for what we do here. One of the foundational quotes, and it says, "As air is to life, so are social emotional skills and strategies to relationships. They are like the air we breathe." And so when we talk about social emotional learning, social emotional education, and strategies, it is not like an add-on. We're not talking about adding on something to people's um, activity schedule or academics or any of that. We see social emotional skill development and relationship strategies as 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 important and necessary as air is to life. We're always engaging in some one of or multiple social emotional skills, the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. And so that is the lens through which we develop this peer-to-peer mentoring program. Not again, not looking at social emotional skills as an add-on or as something on the periphery, but as central to what the grant is requiring. And we use the RUMERTIME process, which is a process that I developed. It is a 5-step neurocycle, culturally responsive problem-solving strategy that is used to engage, educate, equip, and empower individuals to move from intrapersonal imbalance to inter and intrapersonal balance, and from unconscious or subconscious living to conscious living. And so you will see these 4 E's again: engage, educate, equip, and empower, because those are the 4 goals that we have established for the grant as well. And so I want to show you guys a couple of testimonials.
Hey guys, it's Javion Hodge here. I'm in Paulina's group. Today I will be rereading that summary. Question and answer segment. What have I learned in camp about rumor time? What I have learned in camp about rumor time is that it's a process for solving problems we face in our lives every day. What does it mean to me? To me, it means first you have to recognize your thoughts, then you have to understand your thoughts to understand why you are feeling this way and what made you feel angry. Then you understand your interactions, like why you are doing all this stuff. Then you can find ways to manage it, like talking to someone and expressing your emotions, and reflect to see how well we are managing ourselves and our thoughts, interactions, and emotions, or if we need to try something new. How has my time changed since attending camp? I didn't notice a change in my time, but my RPIC has heard me saying please and thanks a little more to my siblings who come around me during camp. She believes that a positive change in my interactions. So I guess I am developing in the area of social awareness and relationship management just a little. I know camp got me thinking more, so I am developing more self-awareness. Becoming more self-aware helped me to recognize more things about myself. I recognize that I have been a little better at managing my anger. Before camp, I would take my anger out on everyone else. I would throw things around. I would hit on people. I would call people out and take my anger out on them. Now what I do is I talk with my mom more when I am angry. Therefore, I am choosing to make a conscious change in my interactions with others around me at home. I got additional strategies to help me manage my anger, like recognizing I have friends like Dakota that I can talk with when I feel angry or confused about a computer game. I can use some of the yoga techniques to try and help me calm down and keep me grounded so I can take control of my emotions better and not let my emotions cloud my thinking. And I can also reflect on how others will feel about my interactions. That's how I am practicing empathy. I also recognize that I feel sad and it's becoming like an everyday thing. I can use rumor time and the people who support and love me to help me understand and manage my thoughts, mindset, and emotions. I already know the thoughts that are creating these feelings and a few other things that can help me. 1, it is important to express my thoughts to people who can help me understand them better. 2, that all the questions that come into my mind are thoughts I can write down in a journal. 3, I can also share them with the people who care about me. People like my mom, my RPIC, a wellness champion, or Dr. Larrier. 4, that my feelings and thoughts can be turned into something positive. For example, I can use them to do something positive like write a song. There are a lot of popular and famous songs and songwriters who create songs with sad lyrics. This will also give me another way to express myself in a safe and helpful way with good consequences. I can also find new ways to express myself and expand my interests, like learning to play an instrument, working out on a healthier schedule to balance healthy activities. I know I spend almost all my time on video games, so I can balance it with more activities, exercise, outdoor games, interactions with my family, doing chores, reading a book, healthy eating, and an overall more balanced lifestyle. So that's how my thoughts, interactions, mindset, and emotions has changed from being at the Rumor Times Family Summer Camp. Thank y'all for watching.
Did you guys see that? You hear it? Yeah, so obviously the reason I'm showing that is to let you see what happens when kids or individuals go through the training that we provide. It was 2 weeks, 2 intensive weeks. His mom had to also be a part of that 2-week training, the social emotional wellness camp. And he is really a different child now. Still, I still follow him and his family to check and see how he's doing. And so it is impactful, and it definitely can change lives. And so that's what we want to be able to train the mentors so that they can work with the mentees to have that type of dramatic change. The program goals: inspiring change one youth at a time. The first goal is engaging, or to engage, to elevate. Remember, I told you earlier in the RUMERTIME process, um, you'll see these 4 E's: engage, educate, equip, and empower. And so the first goal is to engage, elevating youth voices. We want to be able to listen and acknowledge. We're not just hearing the youth, we're actively listening. Our program is a platform where their voices are not just heard, but celebrated. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. See and validate. Every participant is seen and understood. We place them at the heart of their own stories. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Showing them that they truly matter. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is educate, harnessing their lived experiences. Everybody has a story, right? And each story is unique, even though we share some similarities, but each story is unique. And so we want to be able to leverage our young people's rich and lived experiences so that they can use them as powerful tools for problem solving and personal growth. Many times we tend to ignore the young people and think, oh, their stories are not important, but they are important because they are happening to them. And so we're also going to have real world applications and helping them to connect their stories to larger life lessons. And we'll be providing practical and meaningful education. It will also provide practical and meaningful education to these young people. Goal number 3, to equip, uncovering inner resources, discovering their inner strengths. What is it that they do? How have they made it to this point so far, even in spite of some of the challenges that they experience? So we want to examine, we want to unearth some of their inherent resourcefulness. And so we're going to guide them in recognizing that they have everything they need to make a significant impact, and that by entering this program, becoming trained is going to add to their repertoire of um, resourcefulness. All right. Then the next bullet point here is that they're going to be able to build skill sets, and so we're going to focus on developing a toolkit of skills that will prepare them for the challenges and opportunities they will encounter in life and school and general, and just in general. All right, so program goal number 4, to empower, cultivating personal power, helping them to understand their self-power. We assist them in discovering that their greatest strength lies within. It's about realizing the power of self-awareness and self-expression. And you heard Javion talk about how he became much more self-aware. And we're going to use that. We're going to use the RUMERTIME process, which I just talked about earlier. I showed you that this neurocycle infographic there. And what we focus on is the ability, the RUMERTIME process is your ability to recognize, understand, manage, express, and reflect on one's thoughts, interactions, mindsets, and emotions. And so when you heard him talking about his time, this is what he's talking about: thoughts, interactions, mindsets, emotions. And in the first letters in each of these words spells time. All right. So that's what he was talking about. And so this process, engaging in this process, helps them to unlock their full potential. And so the students will become change makers, right? So the mentors and the mentees will both benefit from this process. Um, mental health, they become mental health champions, diving into, excuse me, diving into mental health awareness and education. So that's going to help them become change makers. Then they're going to master their social, they're going to become masters at their social emotional skills. Learning how to understand and manage emotions, build strong relationships, and navigate social complexities. And then, as part of becoming a change maker, they're going to be able to make a difference using their new skills to mentor peers and positively impact their community. And they'll also be able to earn while they grow. They'll get paid up to $350 a stipend as a reward for their full participation throughout the school year. So they have to stay with the program to the end, from the training time during the summer to so it starts in 2024 summer and then goes until 2025, the end of that school year. The flexibility in learning, they will be able to enjoy a hybrid format blending. So some of the training is going to happen here at the GCSCORED office, and some of it is going to be online with hands-on practice. And we're also collaborating or partnering with Adele with his virtual reality programming and gaming. And so students will experience many realities as they learn about themselves and mentoring. Then they will be able to skill up their future, building interpersonal skills, their communication and team collaboration abilities. You know, one of the things that is said a lot about the mismatch between K-12 education and the world of work is that many of the students who leave high school, even college, they are not their interpersonal skills, these communication skills, collaboration skills, they are not developed. They're not developed, and so this program helps these young people to basically scale up these what is called soft skills, but we call them social emotional skills. Learning to resolve conflicts, becoming adept at managing disagreements, finding positive solutions, and then also getting career ready. Again, developing skills that will set them up for success in college, career, and beyond. This is an infographic that basically talks about some of the core beliefs and some of the factors that gets our students who are struggling with making poor choices, where it all starts, where it all starts. And so this is some of the work that will be done to help them understand themselves and to help them understand the mentees that they're going to be working with. So we need your help. We need your help. We're looking for 8th to 12th grade students to train to become peer mentors. So year one, we're looking for 16 students who are committed, right? We're also looking for young adults, college age students, maybe interns or who need field experience to supervise the peer mentors in the schools. We need at least 6 of those individuals. Then we're going to be having training sessions for prospective peer mentors. Like I said earlier, it's going to be hybrid. So some of the training sessions will be in this office here, in our training room, and some will be online as well. We're going to be having training sessions for the school supervisors, which are the, college age students. And the program is going to start in the fall. The actual mentoring will start in the fall and run for that school year. And we're hoping that at that point we will be able to get funded again to continue to continue the program. So that is, I wanted to make sure this was short and to the point. Any questions? Do you guys have any ideas of who might
Dr.
be?
Larry, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I know I introduced you to my dear friend, Miss Tracy. Are we looking at focusing in on one school? Or
No.
we want students from all over? What does it look like? And I need to know the time commitment for the students and the interns.
Okay. So that's one of the things we wanted to kind of get right before. We wanted to know where we can get students from, and it's going to be throughout South Bend.
I did reach out to our director over our social workers, Stephanie Stewart Bridges. I did reach out.
She's still the one doing that?
I reached out to her, and there is supposed to be someone on the call that was from that department. But apparently she didn't make it on the call this time. She was the one having trouble last week and couldn't get on. She's the one that I told you said there's a piece in our SRR that would work for that. So I did reach out to other social workers throughout our high school district and everything, as well as sororities. Sasha Wilson is our principal intern here at Riley, but she's also the president of the AKAs. So I also, reached out. I reached out to quite a few people.
I know you did.
We'll continue to do so. I know some of them have been in contact with Dr. Larrier on their own as well. So to answer that question, we're trying to get it like not just at Riley, but at some of the other schools as well.
Yeah, throughout the South Bend area.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I just wasn't sure because when they get trained, they're going to go back into the schools and share. And that's why I was saying once they go into the school for the school year, what's the time commitment?
Yeah, so we want to be able to. My idea is that they mentor at least 3 kids or 3 other students throughout the school year. And so I want to be able to meet with these trainees that we're going to work with and see what works, what is realistic for them. I don't want to just, I don't want to put my ideas on them as, I want it to be as effortless as possible so that they could succeed. So I'm hoping that when we get the 16 prospective mentors, peer mentors, those are some of the things that we're going to be talking about and coming to some agreements on.
I just asked because years ago when we used to do the Take 10 program through the Robinson Center, we were trained. They used adults and college students, and then we went into the schools and they let us do it during school time. So that's why I was trying to figure out how was it going to be implemented and what the hours look like. So it's a little different, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah. And so it's going to be, they're going to be there during the school day because they're going to be at school. These are students. And so that's a lot of difference between peer-to-peer mentoring and adult to kid mentoring. And the research shows that the peer-to-peer mentoring is very effective because a lot of kids go to their peers before they go to adults. And so it's beneficial to train the kids so that when their peers come to them, which they will, they have the resources within themselves to support them. And so we want to, of course, we're going to grow the program. And so every year we will add more students to becoming peer mentors. which will then increase the number of mentees in the schools. And so I want them to also be able to work with the student services like counselors and social workers. They can be like what they call that? Helpers, you know, kind of boots on the ground for the social workers and the school counselors. They could really be an asset once they are trained. You know, to reduce some of the bullying, some of the suicide, some of the self-harm. They could really, because the training that we're going to give them is going to be quality training. And also we're going to be providing like weekly supervision in addition to what the college school supervisor. We're not going to leave them on their own. So we're going to be walking through this with them on a weekly basis so that when, you know, if a situation arises, which I'm sure it will, that they feel not competent to take care of, we're always going to be available to help them navigate through that.
I apologize. I came on late. And so in looking for these youth mentors and college age students, to whom are we sending them? The recommendations or the referrals?
You're sending them back to GCSCORED.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
application. I have all the there's an application and information that I can forward to you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Okay, great.
Yeah. Kelly, where are you? What's your affiliation?
Oh, hi. My name is Kelly Austin. I'm a part of an outreach team here called Save Outreach. I run our mentorship program here. I work for Goodwill.
Oh, okay. I think I just met I don't know if he's your boss. Let me see. Michael Winston?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I just met him today. I was on their show, the South Bend, I guess the South Bend Alive at WUBS this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, Michael is one of my former students.
Oh, is that right? It's a small world. Jan, you're saying something, but your thing is off. Your mic is on. Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything. I just know Kelly. I'm good, doctor.
Oh.
Yes, hi.
So I just met him this afternoon. I have to give him a call actually this evening again. We're supposed to talk. But awesome.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, Kelly. So, all right. Well, we will keep plowing ahead and trying to get, I can't thank Ms. Hostin enough and Jan enough for helping me get at least this piece going so far and bringing the troops together. So, Rome wasn't built in a day, and but it got built. So I am very hopeful that we're going to continue having these meetings, and this is being recorded. So what I'll do is I'll send this out to people who maybe wanted to attend but couldn't, and so it will give them the information that they need. All right.
All righty.
Well, thank you all. If there are no other questions, we will adjourn this meeting. And again, thanks for taking the time to show up.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
See you.